Loretta Lynn was born in Butcher Hollow, Kentucky on April 14, 1932. Born Loretta Webb in a log cabin nestled in the backwoods hills of Kentucky, she was the daughter of a coal miner who worked long hours to keep his family fed and clothed. She met her future husband, Oliver Doolittle Lynn, when she was only 13. They married a year later, and she gave birth to her first child when she was 14 years old. Lynn had 3 more children before she was 21 and was a grandmother at 29. Lynn seemed destined for a hard life, raising her growing family in a 3-room house with no running water or indoor plumbing. However, while listening to her sing to the children, Doolittle became convinced that Loretta sang as well as anyone on the radio. For her 26th birthday, Doolittle bought Loretta a $17 guitar and encouraged her to learn to play. She eventually began to play and sing with local bands, and in 1960 released her first recorded single, I'm a Honky Tonk Girl. Doolittle had a knack for public relations, and he shrewdly mailed copies of the song to radio stations before the couple went on tour. Honky Tonk Girl became Lynn's first hit. By the mid-1960s, Lynn was one of the most successful female performers in country western music. After World War II, a handful of female country western artists began to challenge their subordinate status. Surprisingly, given her traditional rural background, Lynn became one of their leaders. Many of her songs expressed feminine strength and determination and a sense that women would no longer simply stand by their man, as some other singers like to suggest they should. Her perceptive business sense and talent for self-promotion also demonstrated that women could thrive in the competitive music industry. In 1967, the Country Music Association recognized the new importance of women singers by giving Lynn its first ever award for Female Vocalist of the Year. Lynn continued to enjoy great success in the 1970s, and the film account of her life, Coal Miner's Daughter, 1980, won her a new generation of fans. In the 1980s, as country music moved toward mainstream pop and away from a more traditional sound, Lynn's domination of the country charts began to ebb. Still, her albums remained popular, and she enjoyed some success as a spokeswoman for a shortening company while making appearances on the television series The Dukes of Hazzard, Fantasy Island, and The Muppet Show. In 1982, Lynn had her most notable hit of the decade with I Lie. Inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1988, Lynn soon began scaling back her work to care for her husband, who was suffering from heart trouble and diabetes. She did make time to work with Dolly Parton and Tammy Wynette on the 1993 album Honky Tonk Angels. Lynn's husband died in 1996, marking the end of their 48-year marriage. 2000, Lynn released the studio album Still Country. While earning strong reviews, the set did not match her earlier successes in terms of sales. Following the success of Van Leer Rose 2004, Lynn kept busy by playing numerous concerts each year. She had to cancel some tour dates in late 2009 due to illness, but bounced back by January 2010 to perform at the University of Central Arkansas. In 2013, she received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Barack Obama. Amid these and other accolades, tragedy struck Lynn again in July 2013, when her oldest daughter, Betty Sue, died of complications from emphysema at age 64. But Lynn, then in her 80s, persevered, and in March 2016 she released Full Circle. In 2019, Lynn's life was once again showcased on the small screen in the Lifetime movie Patsy and Loretta, which explored the close friendship and bond between the two singers. On May 4, 2017, the 85-year-old country legend suffered a stroke at her home and was hospitalized in Nashville. In January 2018, it was announced that Lynn had fractured her hip in a New Year's Day fall at her home. Revealing that she was doing fine, family members were able to put a humorous spin on the situation, citing Lynn's energetic new puppy as the cause of the incident. Lynn died on October 4, 2022, at her home in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee. She was 90.